Hello. I thought I would try this again. Um, yeah, I've got a video to shoot about some stamps, but I want to make sure that it is done just right before I put this one together. So I've got some more research to do, and this week I am doing some training for a new employee. So my days are a little bit longer that way, and it's been dreadfully cold today. So I didn't quite get to it. I think I am talking to myself here. I don't think anybody else is on yet. But that's all right. It's almost like shooting a video, except for I don't really have a topic that I'm on. Last time I did this live, we had, I think about 10 people came on, and there was lots of interactions with conversations of different questions, and so we had different topics we could talk about, and I was happy to do so. So today we will see who shows up and what people want to talk about and how long this live will actually last. Last time I was quite surprised. We talked as a group for about an hour before we decided that that was probably long enough. And so that's what we did. Who's watching right now? Doesn't really say, but there is someone on. So hello to whoever is on now. There's another person that's joined the chat now too. Uh, Always trying to see different things that you can do in here, because I know there are, you can change the settings and make it look different things. Oh, we can go black and white. We can go noir, the dawn. How about bubbles? We want to have a conversation inside of a bubble fish tank. We could do that. We could do dance party. I don't know if we want dance party. The dream. Some of these are just different shades of orange as far as all I can tell. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. That should be like a Halloween one. This is the haunt. Do that. Sketch. I feel like I'm in a aha video. Do that. I think we gotta figure it out back. No filter. Boom. Right there. That's what I look like normally without all the other stuff going on. Anybody want to talk about anything? There are a couple people on. Put a question out. Amber's on. Oh, a surprise live. It is a surprise live. I wasn't sure if I was going to put out a video today or not. I thought I might have time to it, but I don't have enough information yet. And that's my doing. I've got to get a bit more stuff together, and I have to be in the right headspace to do this next video that I want. And I don't want to give too much away about it, but it is a stamp video that's coming out. But it's kind of a collaboration stamp video too. So that's happening. What's happening, Amber, where you are? Missouri in the United States. Anything exciting going on there? Somebody else is on watching, but not talking too. I can see that in the background. Exciting. The toddler has an ear infection. Well, that is kind of exciting. It's not necessarily the greatest thing to have happen, so hopefully he gets better. But it is something that keeps your day interesting. My day's been, well, it was cold delivering today. And like I said, I'm training a new person at work. So we had that going on. I had to stop at my P.O. box and pick up some mail. So I did that. And I went to the bank, do some banking for my parents. We've been doing a little bit of cleanup around here too. So we're trying to get rid of a bit of the excess furniture that's kind of filling in all of our extra corners. And like I had some old winter tires on rims for a car we no longer have anymore. So I was able to put that up on Marketplace and sell those yesterday. So that was nice. We sold a couple other things, which is always good to just add a few more dollars back into the bank account after spending a whole bunch to try to get our winter tires put on our vehicles and fix up different things that seem to be going wrong. So we did that. Let me just change the setting at the bottom here. That we can change it around so you can see what I'm looking at, but just a messy chair. Here, let's take that setting off. What else. Oh, I should show you outside. For those of you who care. We'll turn it around. You can see there's some snow on the ground. Okay, not a lot of snow, but we did have some snowflakes come out. So move these chairs out of the way. You can see that there is a little bit of snow on the ground. Enough that it's chilly out, but not enough that it's going to cause too much problems. There was ice on the ground, so the car was spinning a little bit. Turn this camera back around. There, lock that door. Yeah, perfect. The never-ending to-do list. Does Canada do Black Fridays like the U.S.? It does. We don't have the same intensity of Black Friday deals as you guys do. There's not people beating up each other over that $10 television or whatever it happens to be. They don't seem to get that bad with our Black Friday deals. But we do put out flyers with the different specials that the stores have. But I've never found anything really all that great at Black Friday here. Same with Boxing Day sales. I know you guys don't have Boxing Day in the United States, but the day after Christmas is Boxing Day. And so that kind of week between Christmas and New Year's, they have a whole bunch of Boxing Day, Boxing Week sales. And some people line up in front of electronic stores and things like that to get the discounts on those 4 televisions that they have on the floor, or that 1 computer, or whatever it happens to be. That seems to be our big sale day. Yeah, so Black Friday, it is here, but it's not super great. And then, of course, Monday is Cyber Monday. So parcels have been quite heavy. We started doing 6-day-a-week delivery at Canada Post starting last Sunday. And they've been heavy all week. And we haven't even gotten to whoever's purchased on Monday or last Friday. Those will be coming in for next week. So, yeah. That's what's going on. Yeah. Well, here's a good question for you guys, and I know not everybody is on right now. It looks like it's just me and you, Amber, on right now. Like I said, the Black Friday stuff was terrible this year. Companies didn't really lower the prices at all, and some of them raised the prices as the sale. It was disappointing. Yeah, I can see that. Everything seems to be so expensive now. It's disheartening that when you go into a grocery store and have to pay so much for meat or milk or whatever, vegetables, and all the other products too. Nothing seems to be cheap anymore. There's no deals to be had. The best thing to do right now is to sell some of the stuff you currently have, and you get a good price for it. I found that I've sold a couple things. Like I said, I sold a couple things on Marketplace, and some of them I got more than what I originally paid for them, just because the price of everything is so expensive. So when you look at how to price something online, sometimes you can price it a little higher than what you got it for, because if you were to buy it new, it's even that much more expensive now. So that's what happened. So it's nice when that works out, that you can put something back in the bank account to pay for all the other expenses that are going on this time of year. I always find Christmas a little bit harder. You know, as a child, it was fun. You were looking forward to, you know, what were you going to get under the tree? What presents were you going to have there? And kind of your parents did a lot of the shopping for you. So if you had to buy for your siblings and things like that, usually your parents did that and put your name on it. Now you're buying for your whole family. You're trying to help arrange with your children on what they're buying for their siblings. You're thinking about the family meal. You're thinking about everybody who's coming. For me as a mailman, I'm thinking about the longer days with delivering parcels, working 6 days a week. I think of winter tires getting put on, because you always do that kind of at the end of November, early December. So we did that the last couple of days. That's an expense. Bringing my daughter home from university is an expense. You gotta fly home. She's having her wisdom teeth out this year. There's another expense. I know I'm not going on and on about expenses, but I find that the month of December, over all the other months of the year, is the most expensive month. What do you think? Do you guys have the same sort of anxiety riddled around December? Or is it just happy, happy, joy, joy? I wish it was always happy, happy, joy, joy. And it does get to a point where Christmas Day, after the meal is done, you just kind of relax. You enjoy what's going on. I find that's the best time is after the meal, because the meal, there's a lot of preparations that goes into place with that. You want to make sure your house is clean for your guests that are arriving. But between the end of Christmas meal and New Year's Day, that's a good week. For us, we have Christmas Day off, of course. We have the 26th, which is Boxing Day. That's a holiday here. If those days should fall on the weekend, then the next Monday and Tuesday potentially are days off. This week, or this year, Christmas falls on a Monday, I believe. And so Monday and Tuesday are holidays here. So I'll go back to work and work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then New Year's Day is on a Monday. So yeah, so then I'm not back to work again until the following Tuesday. That's kind of nice. Amber says, I agree, November, December is very expense heavy. In Missouri, we also have a personal property taxes due at the end of the year, and those went up too, so it's all usual stuff plus added in. Yeah. Now, why would they do that? Get your property tax due at the same time. Our property taxes, I think, are July. So at least it's in a different month. It's never great to have to pay them, but at least you want to break up your expenses so they're not all happening at the exact same time. Anyone else? What else? What else do we want to talk about? We don't want to just talk about expenses. We want to talk about happy things and other things that are going on. What other topics do we have to talk about? Oh, I think I started to talk about it and then maybe got diverted, because that's what I tend to do, I think, so far in these lives, is I get distracted easily. But how would you like to see lives going forward? Would you like to see them scheduled, that they're a certain time? Or would you like to see it more of these surprise things? Whenever I have an hour where I'm not either putting out a video that day, that I would just go live. I'm still trying to figure out the right time. So last time I did the video, I did it around this same time, because it gives me time when I get home from work. I have my lunch. I've responded to postcards and messages that I might have. And then I tend to have a time frame where I'm either putting out a video that I already know in advance that I'm doing, or I'm thinking or I'm researching on it, or I'm not putting something out that day and I can put a live in instead. So you're still getting content every day. So that's an option. The other option I was thinking of about is my That Dad Guy Answers on Saturday, about maybe potentially turning those into live events. So rather than everybody sending in a question the week before, if they want to ask me a question, they come on the live and we talk about the questions then and there. That is my other option. What do you think about that? And I was kind of thinking, as I'm approaching my 100th That Dad Guy Answers video, which is only like 6 weeks away or something like that, that might be when I would start it. So Saturday mornings here would be a That Dad Guy live, which would work better for those in Europe and Asia, but wouldn't be so great for those in Western Canada or Western United States or Central United States, depending on the time frame I do the live at. If I did it 11 o'clock my time, that means it's still 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the Pacific region. Still kind of early. The spontaneous ones are fun, but for example, right now, I know I'm at work, so it's fun, but it's hard. That Dad Guy Answers being live would be fun. All right, so there's an answer for that. Yeah, I know there's people right now that are working and they can't come on, and those that are away. Okay, it's like Basil. He just came on. He's in India. It's 11:55, and he just had a shower. It's 27 degrees, so it's hot there. I get it. It's hot in India. Yes, um, and Goa. I want to be specific about where you are, but yeah, I mean it's late for you, so when you're getting ready to go to bed, and I'm just coming on to live, so it's not ideal for you either this time of day. If I push it till 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock my time, you guys are fast asleep. So if I push it earlier, it's better for the Pacific, but not as great for And I mean Pacific Rim countries, not the Pacific coast of North America. So it's a struggle of finding the best time. This is kind of ideal. Now, if it was live on Saturday, but at a later time in the day, it would work, I guess. But then it would get into my other routines that take place on Saturday, so that's not always ideal either. The best time for me on Saturday is 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. My house is generally pretty quiet, and it would work for, I don't know. I guess it would be up to you guys whether you guys want to tune in or not tune in to begin with. But I would love, if I'm going to do That Dad Guy Answers in a live format, I want to maximize when the most potential people could come on to ask questions. True, if it's scheduled, people give a chance to plan for it if they want to. People could send in questions ahead of time, but also ask stuff on the fly. Yeah, that's also an option. Now, the downside, well, no, I could still, if they sent them in ahead of time, I could position myself in the office so I could see the computer in order to read previously asked questions. Yeah, I could do that. What I like about these lives currently is that I can get up and wander around, or I can lay on the couch as I am now. It may not be the most flattering angle for any of you guys to watch a video from, and I am not on a tripod or a selfie stick or anything like that. I'm just holding my camera in my hand and doing it. Have a live with your subscribers. All right, you gotta elaborate more than that. What do you mean have a live with your subscribers? Currently, I'm having a live with my subscribers. Only 2 of them have turned in to see it, though. I'm not sure how I would do that. Live random chats. I mean, I can invite someone, I guess, to do a live with. Certainly can do all that, but I couldn't do it with everybody. I'm not sure how many people you can invite into a live. That's something I have to look into, I guess. That would become more like interview style than anything else, I think. I don't know. Maybe. Is an option. But anyways, that was just something I've been thinking about, whether or not I should change the format of That Dad Guy Answers to a live format. But you're right, Amber. These are kind of nice every once in a while just to do a spontaneous one, and those people that happen to be available to chat on it are, and those that can't. Also, will determine how long I run these too. When, like last time I did it, there were 10 people on at the same time, and there were lots of people that were talking amongst themselves in the chat, as well as asking me questions, which I could respond to. So that was kind of nice. When it's just 1 or 2 people, we are just basically having a one-on-one conversation. So right now it's Amber and Basil and myself chit-chatting amongst the 3 of us about what to do. I noticed there is somebody else out there that's been watching but hasn't put in a message or anything like that. Victoria Lees. Okay, we've got another person joined on. Victoria, where are you from? I gotta guess Germany. Getting the Xmas decor down from the lot. Oh, tomorrow. Oh, you're from Britain. Well, welcome to the chat. I'm glad to have somebody else on. How are things in your part of Great Britain? I haven't done, Basil, I haven't done any decorating yet. I haven't decorated outside yet. I did take the last couple days off, and we got winter tires put on the cars and fixed up some of the problems that they had with them. And like I said earlier in the chat, that I sold a few things on Marketplace, so I've been trying to clean up around the house. Back to work now, and training a new person this week, new employee, so that's been good. 3 degrees. So you're not much different than what we are here. It was 0. Now, this morning when I got up, it was -5, and with the wind chill, it was -12. But now it's 0, but with wind chill, I think it's about -4 or 5. Basil, how's my mom? My mom's okay. Other than that was one of the things I did on. For those of you who don't know, my mother had a fall last Thursday. She slipped in reaching in the tub and went down hard on her shoulder. Took her in for x-rays. She has a fracture right around where her shoulder joint is. It's non-surgical, so she'll be able to have physiotherapy and keep it in a sling and then be reassessed in a few weeks. Amber said she put her Christmas stuff up last Friday. Maybe this weekend I might get to mine. I'm not sure. We'll see. Trust she's keeping better. Hopefully she's improving, but it's slow and hard, painful at this at her age in recovery. Oh my, 3 degrees is so chilly. I wish I was that cold. I wish it was that cold here. It's 13. 13. Are you 13 Celsius or 13 Fahrenheit? Because we're talking 3 degrees Celsius. If you're 13 Fahrenheit, you're colder than we are. 3 degrees is Burr. Yes, 3 degrees Celsius is Burr. Hope she starts feeling better soon. Me too. What's your favorite Lego character set kind of thing? Okay, Victoria. Right here. These are my favorite Legos. And I said Legos. I'd never say that. These are my favorite Lego. Millennium Falcon and the Death Star. Now, I'll tell you right off the bat, these are not real Lego. These are the knockoff versions from China. I could not afford the $800 price tags for each one of these sets, but I put these somewhere prominent that I can see all the time. I love these sets. I gotta go back and see what... What's my favorite Lego character? Oh, my favorite Lego character, if it wasn't Lego sets, is the Lego Hot Dog Man. Oh, Amber, you're 13 Celsius. Okay, well, you're still a little warmer than us. Okay. Yeah, I wish it was 13 here. It was a couple weeks ago, though. Okay, you're set to Celsius. I'm just trying to catch up on some of the chat here. Your top temperature is 40 degrees. Yeah, in the summertime, we'll top out around 40 as well here. But normally in the summer, it's between, let's say, 28 and 32. That's kind of where the sweet spot is for summer for us. But I bet you our bottom part is much less than yours in Britain, because we'll hit -40 with the wind chill here. Yeah, some parts of India, 50 degrees Celsius. That's hot. Hot. Too hot to be outside. I like summer too. It is my favorite time of year. Although fall is close behind. Because fall, you can still have nice days that are near 20-ish or high teens. And maybe you only need a light sweater. But I do prefer to be in a t-shirt and shorts if I can. Spring is nice. The only thing I don't like about spring in my part of the country is all the rain. And then the smell of thaw after winter does not smell very nice. So yes, the flowers growing and things like that, that part of spring, which to me, I think of more of the first part of June. I know you're getting very close to it being summer again, but that part of spring is really nice because the water's gone away, everything's dried up, you're getting flowers blooming, the temperatures are nice. So yeah, that part of the spring is nice. The very first part of spring, not so much. Amber, you'd rather be all bundled up, would you? Okay. Well, some people do. Some people love the winter time, and you know, I work outside, so I'd rather be warm than cold outside. Basil's in a part of the country or part of the world where he can be in short sleeves all year round. That's nice. But I do like my seasons. Leave is on. That's hello. Very nice. Getting another person on. Leaves in Belgium. So I love the fact that we're getting a little bit more global now. November, it's dark by 4 where Victoria is. What time is it dark here? Dark more about, I guess, 5 o'clock it's dark here right now. Do you like fishing? I do. We do catch and release, and we have a father-son weekend that we make a go of it. I've made a few videos about that. Catching and release fishing here. Yes, getting dark early is a bit of a bummer. But also means in the morning when I'm starting to work, it's lighter a little bit earlier too. Victoria says, yeah, to what? I try to go fishing. That's good. What do you fish for in your area? Yes, in November in Northeast India, it's pitch dark by 4 p.m. In summer, it's dark by 5. In Goa, it's dark by 7:30 through the year. Well, it's later to be dark. I like in the summertime when it's not dark until like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. When do you put your Christmas tree up? All right, for me, we're waiting till my daughter gets back from university. She is back home on December the 16th. So we will chop down a tree, our traditional tree, on the 17th is the plan, if weather permits, which means it will be going up very soon thereafter. India should have 2 time zones. Well, maybe it should. We have, how many time zones do we have in our country? We have 6 time zones in our country. Hi, Victoria, what's crazy? That's the hard thing about all these different chats that are going on. Some people are having chats to each other, and some are just responding to things that I say, but I guess the responses come at a later time. A toy hedgehog. We do have a hedgehog ornament already on our tree. But yeah. Yours is up already. That's fantastic. Do you have a fake tree leaf or a real tree? Because I know people that put up real trees this time of year, sometimes by Christmas, they're already lost all their needles. Now, my tree does not have needles. That's not a problem. But sometimes the branches start to sag. France has the most time zones with 12 of them. Well, I suppose if you count all the different republics around the world that France has. Yeah. But as far as France is a one blob in Europe, it does not. He's based in Belgium. When do you put your tree up, Victoria? China has a few time zones, yep. Yeah, we never got a. We do have an artificial tree in the basement that we've inherited, but we've never really put it up. We used to do one green tree and one unique tree, if we want to call it that, our birch tree. But now we just do the birch tree. 4th of December, so that's your date possibly. I'd like to have my outside Christmas lights up by then. That would be my goal, is this weekend get them up if I could. But the tree, I think we've got to wait till my daughter gets here. and then it probably will stay up until the end of the first week of January, probably. That's usually what we do. Which Lego sets do I regret buying the most? Probably the ones that I bought for other people and had to give away. But the sets I didn't enjoy, now we did buy some that my son had, but never was my thing, or the Bionicles. I never could get into that kind of Lego. And what is the origin of Lee's, as we seem to be talking about that right now? Lee without the S, I get as a connection to Bruce Lee, but Lee's with an S does not sound very Chinese. It sounds, I don't know, is it Norwegian? Les? It's an English name. Is it pronounced Lees or is it pronounced Les? First one, second one, or maybe there's a third one. Lees, not Les. Okay. And not less, because it's not Less. Lees. Now I'm confusing myself with reading it. Basil's name. Whenever I think of Basil, I think of Faulty Towers. No, there's lots of beautiful things in Great Britain. There is a lot of rain, but there's lots of beautiful places there. Belgium's nice too, though. Oh, California, sweet. Now you say low desert of Southern California. Are you so southern that you're San Diego, California? Or are you north, but in a little to the east of LA, getting closer to New Mexico area? Well, there you go. You've got some people wanting to go to Britain. You've got other people wanting to go to Belgium. Nobody wants to stay where they're at. They all want to see other things, which I guess is great that there are world travelers in mind, and great that we've got a forum like this where we can talk to people from all those different places. Britain's all right, yeah. I have a bit of a bias there because my father's from England, so there is a strong English connection. That's call places or cool places? There you go. Cool. Gotcha. Yes, Hadrian's Wall and Stonehenge and Windsor Castle or Tower of London or Tower Bridge. The Highlands in Scotland. Loch Ness. got a rich history, yes. Well, all of our countries have rich histories. You're on the border with Mexico, just north of Mexicali, Baja California, and below sea level between San Diego and Yuma, Arizona. All right, I know where you are now. That's cool. If you go back to the chat where we were talking about temperatures, I'm sure it's quite nice where you are right now. Bottom of Hampshire is where Victoria is. Lots of castles. Yep, castles are very cool. Yeah, the medieval history is really cool to see all that. We don't have any castles here. Well, we don't have castles like you have castles anyways, and not of the same vintage. We have castles that people have made because they've always wanted to live in a castle. Any unique post offices in Canada? Yeah, there's different types of post offices all across the country. Some of them are what we considered our box post office that all kind of looked the same corporate look, but others are housed in all sorts of different buildings with marble arches at the start of them if they're big corporate old ones, or could be in an old farmhouse. Yeah, all sorts of different places. There's actually a Facebook site dedicated to post offices of Canada where people post all the different pictures. I was invited to. I have not yet done any of that, though. 70 Fahrenheit right now. It's a little chillier than normal for you, but not like what we have here, that's for sure. So you're still warm. As in tallest and smallest. I don't know. I'm sure there are a variety of sizes of post offices as well. Royal Mail is basically the only one here. I think he means the buildings that they're housed in. So yes, you only have the Royal Mail just as we only have Canada Post. But he's talking about the different post offices that you can find, the different buildings. What kind of dog do you have, Victoria? I can see a very small picture, but I can't tell what breed it is. I'm doing this live on my phone, so the images are very small. All right, California, are you at work right now? Because it's only like 10 to 11 your time in the morning. So we've got California, we've got Missouri. Those are the two U.S. areas that are covered right now. We have India, we have Great Britain, we have Belgium. I guess that's all who's on right now. Friend's dad from Saskatchewan always told us you don't have to shovel sunshine. That's true. It is a lot harder to shovel sunshine. But I also don't have snakes or scorpions or other things you might find in the desert. You have a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Yeah, I make a good Yorkshire pudding to go with my roast beef dinners. So unique areas where the post office... Yeah, I'm sure that we have them in all sorts of different areas. I just can't tell you right off the bat. Well, congratulations on your retirement. So now you can just sit back and relax. Enjoy the sunshine. Stay away from the forest fires or the earthquakes. Just enjoy retirement. Sounds like a fabulous life. Some people are tuning in and leaving and going to work and coming back from work. Everybody who's not retired is envious of your retirement. But this live has definitely made it so I won't be putting out a different video today. If anybody in the future wants to look back at this live, they can do so and see what people are talking about. We had a whole discussion earlier about how we should use live, or how I should use lives going forward on the channel. Whether they should be surprises like this, or whether they should be scheduled so people can plan for them. Victoria, how close are you to retirement? Oh, you're a stamp collector too, Kaza. Oh, glad you joined the group. When's the next live? I don't know. I haven't planned them yet. So these ages. Does that mean you're quite young, Victoria? What does ages mean? I don't know. Would you guys like me to plan lives? That was one of my questions. Is there, like, say I do Wednesdays as my live days, or like I was saying before, talking about turning my That Dad Guy answers into lives on Saturday. Plan lives. Okay. Now the next thing is to find a time when works best for people to join. Yeah, Saturday would take over my That Dad Guy Answers videos, and I would just make them live videos if I did that. And then people can ask their questions directly then. Yeah, I don't know when most of my viewers have availability though, where they're based around the world. Because not only do I have to make the schedule great for everybody else to tune in, I also have to make it fit in my family schedule here too. So having a live, say, in the middle of the afternoon on a Saturday, not best for me, because that's when we're traditionally going out and grocery shopping, or maybe there's basketball games that I have to go to for my son, so things like that. So if I was doing a Saturday live, I'm going to end up doing it most of the time between 10 and 11 my time on the Atlantic coast, which means it's 6 o'clock in the morning for Kaza, or 7 o'clock, but would be early afternoon for Victoria. Yeah, Basil, you're that good 12 hours difference than us, so you're kind of right at the opposite end of the spectrum when I start having things. What time did you say it was there? Are you coming up on 1 o'clock now in the morning? So you're like 10 hours ahead of us? Or ahead of me, because I know everybody's in different time zones. I've just go a game. I'm not sure what that means. Where's the Wonder Woman from? I'm not sure where our New Zealand friend is today. It's 12:30 there. Really? Well, everybody has lives to go to, so she's probably doing her own thing. That's very exact. Well, it's exactly 2:57. I can't tell you the seconds because my phone does not have a seconds on it. It's 2:57 p.m. here right now. Yes, you're on Central Time, so I'm on Atlantic Time here, which is 1 past Eastern. And Victoria is 4 hours ahead of me in Britain. And Lieve is 5 hours ahead in Belgium. Amber's 2 behind me, and Kaz is 4 behind me. And I think that's our whole group right now. Or even one less now, because I think there's only 4 people currently watching. Now we're just doing a little move through the house because I didn't want to sit on that couch anymore. It's 2 for you. It's 2 for me. 2 for me for what? Almost 3 o'clock here now. In 1 minute's time. When Big Ben sounds, it will be 3 o'clock. I love randomly walking around. Yeah, you're gonna get that because I don't tend to sit still very much, so I do like walking around a bit. I've got about what did everyone have for lunch or dinner? All right, for my lunch, I had a leftover casserole that I made last night, which is ground beef and macaroni noodles with kind of a tomato soup and cheese and vegetables all ground up in it. So it was a casserole, leftovers. You did a Norwegian postcard swap, did you, Basil? 2 cheese rolls, which is tortillas, beef and potatoes for dinner. With cheese. Oh, tortillas rolled with cheese? Like a quesadilla? Not a quesadilla, like I can't remember the name of it. It'll come to me later. You're having leftover cottage pie for lunch. Be careful eating those shingles on the cottage. Dinner yesterday. We're going back to yesterday's dinner. Chili dogs. Tonight's tacos. Taquitos. That was the word I was thinking of. Rolled tortillas with cheese in the middle. Taquitos. Do you have dogs? I used to have a dog. If you've watched my channel, I have a hedgehog now. Well, you're watching my channel now currently, but there was my dog, Paige. She was a Weimaraner. You can see the black and whites of all of us when we were much younger. The kids were much younger. So Dea is now 19 years old. Paigey. And then Ari is now 17 years old. So there's our black and whites. Another thing you get when you just do randomly walking around the house. But yeah, Paige was our dog. And before Paige, the dog we had was a German Shepherd Husky mix called Darwin. So we've had 2 dogs as our family. I had a dog growing up named Toby when I was younger. Thanks. Yeah, he was a pretty cute dog. I took it hard when he passed away because we had to put him down. He had a heart issue with some of the food that we'd been giving him, which we didn't know caused harm in animals, but I found out later on that some of the dogs in different breeds reacted to that food that hurt their heart. You are still young. Who? Me? Old man Winter with his gray hair? Well, I guess you're not that far behind me, Basil, in age, so if I'm still young, you're still young. But if I'm old, you're getting old too. Hey, your dog's named Toby. That's cool. What a coincidence. My Toby was a mutt. She was a mixture of a whole bunch of different breeds. Yes, you. Yep. Some say I'm young, some say I'm old. It depends on what age you are in the spectrum, I guess. 4 cats, all rescues, all stay in the house cats. That's nice. You've rescued some animals and given them a better life. Congratulations. That's very commendable. The only animal in our household now is Polo the hedgehog. Hey, seeing as I can wander around, why don't we go up? Now he's asleep, but Victoria has 1 cat and 1 bearded dragon too. Oh yes. Flip this around. Going to Polo's room. So Polo has his tunnel. He has his water and food dish and a couple toys that I don't know he plays with. He has his wheel and his litter box. And then in his house, underneath that heat lamp, is Polo. And I created the little stand that the heat lamp is on just to get it there. So yeah. Like I said, I won't wake him up. As hedgehogs sleep during the day and are awake at night, I don't want to upset his routine. We are getting to almost an hour of this live, so we probably will draw it to a close as in a few minutes anyways. We'll give it a couple more. But as people start to peter away and there's not as much talking going on, it's probably a good time to come to an end. I only know of a kimono dragon in Indonesia. Well, he's a big guy. And they're a lot bigger than bearded dragons. No pets right now. You probably have enough on the go right now with your kids. Nocturnal animals can change their routine. I am not saying, Victoria, that we have never woken him up during the day. Certainly when we've had company and they've never met Polo before, we've gotten him, and he gets kind of huffy and spiky, but he does settle down. So yeah, I potentially could go wake him up, and he would be annoyed with me for a minute, but he'd probably be all right after that. But maybe we will leave that for another live. We'll bring him out. That's true. That's true to what? Oh, with you having your hands full with your family, yes. I'm sure it is. I remember those early years with kids. They take a lot of energy, a lot of time. And you want to give them the most of your attention you possibly can give them. So when I talked about the video I still have to do, it has to do with this envelope, but I need to give it my best in putting it together. So I'm not going to rush that video. I'm hoping to have it out tomorrow, but if it's not ready to go, it's not ready to go. I will get it out when I can. Bearded dragon is a lizard, usually about 12 inches long. Had a pouch of skin under the chin resembling a beard. Yes. Yes, saw on Google. Well, he's looking it up, okay. Their call. Their call on what? Are you still... They get very long. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Victoria, but someone else probably does. You're probably talking to someone else. Well, I'm very happy to have some new people on. Not that I didn't like the last people that were on. It was great. We had 3 people from Germany on the last live, and nobody from Germany this time. So every live, are we going to have different countries represented? Let's see. I think you guys are having just as much fun just chit-chatting to each other on there. I could just put this down and go watch TV and you guys could carry on. It wouldn't be make for a very interesting video for those people that tune in the future, though, and don't see anything going on. But I'm happy to have been able to accommodate. Is this my second live? It is my second live, yes. The last one I did, I think it was only last week I did one. I think it's been a week. But I'll be in hopefully most lives. Well, that'll be great. I'm glad that you tuned in this one and I got a chance to meet someone else who has been watching my channel. So 2 for 2 for you, Basil. Yeah, you've got both of them so far. I guess that's the hard thing about not scheduling them in advance, is if you don't happen to be on YouTube at the time, or you don't have your notification bell on, you're not going to be notified that there's a live going on. So even if you were on, you might not notice that I was on live. So thank you for those that you guys put your notification bells on and got the notification that I was doing a live and have joined. I appreciate it. Basil's got his notifications on. Good, good. I think that's the only way you're going to find out. Quite the wrinkle going across my head. The little things you notice here. I didn't know I was furrowing my brow or anything. Victoria's got one on her computer. Yeah, I think that's the only way you know if I'm doing a live right now is if you got your notification bell on. Otherwise, you get missed. All right, Kazak, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully we'll see you at the next one, or leave some comments on some of my other videos. Nice to know that you're watching. That goes for everybody. Leave your comments. I know. That's going to be it for me. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you guys all later on. Bye. Have a magical week.